Hello HEMA friends and welcome to this new video. So today we are going to build up together an action, a complex action using the complex system of cuts, thrusts and poste shown us in the Fiore manual. Now if you don't know, and here I am jumping directly toward another fencing manual, the 133 manual, the oldest fencing manual, medieval fencing manual that we have, tells us that fighting is nothing more than a series of transition from guard to guard, with cuts, thrusts and other movements. So the whole idea behind the system of guards in the medieval period is not only about having a series of positions from which you can start from out of measure. So you can use these guards instead to create your action. You have a series of key points which you can put together using cuts, thrusts, parries and other movements, and connecting all these dots you may end up creating a huge variety of actions. So today we are going to recreate this action, which is an action that you may watch on one of my sparring videos. We are going to use a number of poste and a number of cuts. Fiore tells us that we have 5 thrusts, 2 high, 2 low and 1 in the center, and 6 cuts, 2 fendenti, 2 sottani and 2 mezzani in the middle. We are going to use these cuts to connect our positions, our poste. And we start our action from Poste di Finestra, the right Poste di Finestra in fact. While we sit in Poste di Finestra, we don't have the tip pointing toward the opponent, because we want our opponent to feel threatened when we move our tip toward him. As a first action, we move the tip of our sword online to threaten our opponent. To make the feint more clear in the mind of our opponent, to make the feint more realistic, we also do an accrescere with our front foot. Speaking in Fiore terms, we are using our high right thrust starting from Poste di Finestra to make a feint. So our second step is reaching coda longa, the second posta we use to build up our action. In a single fluid movement, after the feint, we reach our coda longa position. Coda longa, besides making you able to land our action of course, is the most natural starting position for the mandrito sottano attack. And this is what we are going to do right now. So from our posta di coda longa, we strike our mandrito sottano toward the hands or the arms of our opponent. By doing this, we reach the third posta we are using in our action, which is left Poste di Finestra. The last movement we are going to do to complete our action is a transition from our left Poste di Finestra to our longa position. This may represent a variety of things. We can threaten our opponent while going backward to be safe, or we can meet the opponent blade with a forward parry or binding to keep the opponent's sword at bay. And here ends our action. So we have transitioned through 4 poste using 1 cut, 1 thrust and another transition movement to create our action. What this means? This means that we can create a huge variety of actions only by using our poste, our cuts and our thrusts. Of course our parry, our feints, whatever. This means that the greatest part of our fencing is not contained in the place, but in the poste system and in the series of movements and transitions from one posta to the other. So this video is only an example. By using the system that Fiore shows us, or the 133 or whatever system of poste you may find in another manual, you can create your own action. You can build it up by using the teachings that your master gives you. For example, you can use this variety of cuts or thrusts or whatever, using the mechanics that the manual shows, using the plays as an example of course, but by taking this in consideration and using your poste system, you can create a huge variety of actions. So guys, I hope this video will help you. Thanks for watching and as always, see you next time.